We are live.
Now arriving at
Alright, hey, we are live. My name is Tater Tot. I will be your caster for this evening, and joining me is Anal Ship. We are both members of the Goldwatch staff as well as participants in the tournament, so we're kind of here helping out our casters tonight. We have Team Resurgence versus Made in China. So both teams, this is a makeup week game. So we're going to be playing on Lijiang Tower to start with, and before we kind of start the game, as they're assembling heroes and looking at team comps, Goldwatch is a community kind of built on helping players. Started out in gold, but now we've kind of ranged from everyone from bronze all the way up to masters, just kind of getting better at the game. And so that should, and we have our Discord link below, and if you haven't already joined, feel free to come and hang out. So as we start out here on Lijiang Tower, we can see that we've got a dive comp looking on the team of Team Resurgence with the Winston and Genji.
And
then
Death
on
Ball
the
coming
side,
out from Mei'd China. It's looking like.
Yep, so we'll see how this goes. Usually dives versus death balls have some interesting engagements, so we'll kind of see how that's coming out.
Mei'd China is 4-0 coming into this, so they definitely are at the top of the group and will probably be the team to beat here. So we'll see if Resurgence can take them down at all.
And it looks like Made in China goes straight to point, so we have Resurgence kind of poking around at the point to try and see if they have any openings to dive their healers. Oh,
Yeah, China is just sitting on point waiting for them to come in. Two go down already for Resurgence. And Mei'd China should... Genji's flicking on the back there. I'm like, yeah, their Resurgence is going to pull back. Oh.
And it looks like we might have a disconnect.
Already. Well, it wouldn't be
Yep.
in typical Goldwatch fashion.
If we did.
Well, we will be right back while we figure this out. And we are back.
So they can't hear us. Alright, so, and we're back. So it looks like we got...
My ultimate is charging.
And back on. So now we have kind of both teams waiting to see kind of what's going on. And it looks like we got a couple ultimates coming up for the side of Mei'd in China, so we'll see exactly how that's gonna go. And we have Resurgence diving in, but Implicit takes on Bush. And oh, but the res comes out, and Jeffy comes out with the Dragon Blade, and we've got a Death Blossom coming out. So lots of ults coming out on point right now, and lots of chaos going on. But it looks like this fight is going to go to the side of Mei'd in China, with the Valkyrie coming out, keeping their team alive from Allison. Doing a good job cleaning up here.
Yeah, I think Resurgence kind of should have played that disconnect to their advantage and just rushed the point, because they had all their 6 before Obama came back, and Obama did pick Roadhog, so he is slow to come back. So I think they should have rushed it a little bit quicker.
And it looks like our voices are quiet, so we'll see if we can get that figured out and get that so you can hear us a little better. We got Attack Visor coming out, and Nano coming out on the Diva. See if we can get any picks. And unfortunately, so far, no picks. Oh, just kidding. Cyclone goes down. So right now, it'd be good for Team Resurgence to push on the point. Now it looks like Jeffy picks up 2. Def Comet picking up another one. So this fight looks like it's going to go for Team Resurgence. Just need to do a cleanup. Yep. And a good job, because the control meter was at 87% for Mei'd in China. So this is a good chance for Resurgence to kind of reassert themselves on the point and gain some control percentage.
My ultimate is charging.
So there's a lot of ultimates coming out for the side of Mei'd in China, so this take might be pretty easy to do if they use those and combo them correctly. And unfortunately, as the defending side, Resurgence still only has that. Oh, now they're coming up with quite a few more ults, so it's going to be quite a bit of ultimates coming up. Oh, we have a High Noon coming out. Nothing from it. Oh, good hook by Roadhog onto Jebby, but he gets to deflect out in time. Cyclone picks up 2 with the Death Blossom. And here we go. The ult fight I was talking about. Valkyrie comes out from Mei'd in China. And Nano, and just a whole lot of ultimates. Heat Drop comes out. But it looks like Mei'd in China is going to be able to retake this point.
Oh,
At
they're
this
gonna
point, the team should just be jumping off the edge there.
smart move there.
Don't want to get staggered, and unfortunately, they might have to go out without him. Oh, but a big shatter comes in from Resurgence, and a counter shatter comes out. And unfortunately, they're not able to get onto the point. So this point will go to Team Mei'd in China. Let's take this opportunity if we can get our voices turned up a little bit.
Yeah,
on the
let us
stream.
know. I did adjust it. If my voice is good, if Tater's voice is good, let me know, and I'll keep trying to adjust.
This is our first time doing casting together, so kind of getting it figured out. But so, we got Cygnus saying, solo beat was intended, want to keep alive from the
5,
oncoming charge, so
3,
definitely guilty of that myself.
Both teams opting for the death ball type comps.
We got a Fire and Mercy coming out on Resurgence, so let's see if Jeppy can get some work done, which might be good because Cyclone has switched off to the Junkrat, so if we can do that poke damage from afar and kind of keep away from that Junkrat's range. So far, just doing poke damage and trying to see who can win that shield war. Oh, but we have Cyclone going down, and Boschwana going down as well, so it's a pretty even fight so far. And the rest comes in for Cyclone, so looks like it's kind of going in the way of Mei'd in China. Yeah, and they will back off and regroup with the team, which is a smart decision. Gives them a chance to kind of regroup and not feed any more charge if they can help it.
My ultimate is ready. I'll be watching over you.
It looks like our voices are sounding better now according to chat, so that's good.
My ultimate is ready.
So we got a couple ultimates coming up for the side of Mei'd in China, and 2 as well for Resurgence, so we'll see kind of how these play out. It looks like a Nano Barrage maybe, potentially. Or more than likely a Nano Rhyme. looks like Resurgence is going to go all the way up top. An interesting strategy, one that I don't think I've really seen recently.
Or maybe not. Half of them did stay up
Maybe
top,
not.
and half of them are they're still playing in server room. Oh, they're hiding from the tire that's coming in, and it picks up too. And D-Max the Diva.
Yeah. Unfortunate. So looks like they're gonna have to regroup again. But it looks like they're coming up on pretty much all of their ultimates, which is really important in these team fights, especially on control points, to take it and to be able to defend. So let's see if they can use it.
Get in there, and
And
I
then
will
Comet jumps off the side, I'm guessing to get her mech back and rejoin the team a lot faster. Sometimes it's better as Diva to just reset and change so you get your mech back instead of having to build up that ultimate. Oh, but a huge hook comes in from Thanks Mama, staggering them even further. We go to a high noon coming in from Suriv, but it doesn't pick up anything. I'm wondering if it was the zoning ult to give his team some room.
Huge shatter.
Huge shatter coming in. Let's. Oh man. Nice. There we go. That's a combo shatter. So looks like this is gonna turn into his Resurgence take on the point, which is good. It definitely needed that in time. So Mercy uses her res out, which to keep her whole teams together. So if Mei'd in China can push back in while Mercy's res is down, it'll be an even 66.
My ultimate is ready.
But we've got a lot of ultimates on the side, pretty much all 6 ultimates on the side of Mei'd in China, so we'll see how that goes.
Take cover.
Oh, we got Whole Hog coming out, but unfortunately most of it was eaten by the Diva defense matrix.
Oh,
Oh, huge. Cyclone Implicit taking out 3. And the majority of the team for Resurgence is now dead. So that looks like a take for Mei'd in China. And they're gonna push up to spawn soon. Oh, almost had a C9 there. So now they've actually capped it. Bosch, I'm gonna butcher that name. I'm just gonna call him Bosch. So it looks like that will be the game for Mei'd in China.
Play of the game.
so yeah, despite the Pharah, oh yeah, we'll see this play of the game here. But despite the Pharah on the side of Resurgence, didn't look like it was recovering, countering the Junkrat. Sorry, for Team Mei'd in China. So they it looked like they used their ults efficiently and they pushed as a team. And
It's nice to be
which
appreciated.
Resurgence, they didn't all the time. They kind of had some wonky pushes, and they just kind of sort of got snowballed by ults a couple times. But that's King of the Hill. King of the Hill is pretty different from the other game modes.
Yep, it's definitely one that if you're not all pushing in together, it kind of gives your team a disadvantage. And it's hard too with that. The second point, Pharah's not as good because the map is a little bit closed in, so there's not as much room for Pharah to work. So that would be Mei'd in China is up 1-0 on Team Resurgence. So I believe the next map should be decided. We'll get that all figured out. We'll get that figured out real quick, and we'll get into the next game.
This is my first time. This is my first time using OBS, so I'm gonna try to figure out how to flip this 2 upside down, or right side up. Cause it's upside down on stream right now. So.
Uh-oh. Well, we'll get that figured out, and it looks like they have chosen King's Row, so let me get that all figured out. That would be a escort map. Oh, and we're definitely doing King's Row Winter. Because I haven't actually had a chance to see the map yet. So we'll kind of play around and look at some of the winter themes and stuff like that.
Chat says the upside down 2 makes sense because China's below us.
And we'll get whether or not Made in China wants to attack or defend first. Oh, perfect. I don't have to change anything over at all, so. Oh, I'm crazy. Okay, we won't refer to you as chat. Alright, so I think we're all ready to go. Ship, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's start into King's Row. So King's Row being a assault escort map, so they basically have to push in and take the map, and then they have to escort the payload all the way to the end. And we got this lovely winter wonderland working, so they've
So pretty.
done a great job with this map in general. It's with all the lights and the snow, and the only time I want to see snow ever is in a video game. I'm not a huge fan of it in person, so. But this is gorgeous. Friendly tourney is something after playoffs. So this is kind of our inaugural season. So this is just the group stages, and we'll start playoffs after Christmas and after the holiday breaks when everyone's kind of gone. And then it unfortunately is not $1,000 cash prize. Right now it's just for the prestige, and you'll get the winning team will get their own chat in our Discord server, which there's the link below the stream if you would like to join at all and kind of hang out and get some coaching if you want, or hang out with teams that we host scrims, we host tournaments like this one. So this is our first season for the Goldwatch. Because of all of the Blizzard casters are lying. Unfortunately, I wish I was. But
If
no.
you want to donate, Crazy, go ahead.
Yes, if you'd like to donate, there is also our PayPal down there for any kind of. None of the money goes to any casters, any staff. All of it would go into future tournaments, and but as of right now, all it is for is bragging rights, basically. So let's take a look at team comps real quick. So it looks like we've got Dive on the side of Team Resurgence again, and we have kind of Deathball working for Made in China. So Made in China is going to hold back here behind Hotel on the left side and kind of very smart in case they did have a Widow, but they're opting not to. So they're going to go up top, around, and kind of avoid any damage from the defending team, so they can kind of not give them the chance, but we'll see kind of how they go. Oh, and it looks like, oh, that was a great dive onto the the Zenyatta of Cygnus, so they should really be pushing in here and trying to take advantage of the fact that they're down a healer. And unfortunately, this Ana is split from her team, so she's gonna have to kind of go back to her team, but with a good sleep onto Cyclone. Looks like she escaped there.
I actually like how Resurgence is running the dive with Ana. I feel like it can work on this first point here.
Unfortunately, they need to. Oh, there's a hook coming out from Thanks Obama, so they need to start diving in. The Cyclone goes down to Jeffy, so we're gonna have another pick coming in, so they really should be jumping in. Cygnus getting a kill onto the soldier of Suriv, but with the res coming up and Cygnus getting boshed, so Cygnus on that Zenyatta doing some work. Implicit takes out Suriv again after he was rezzed. Kind of see how this. We got Ana up there, Durium up there, just kind of chilling.
My tactical visor is charging.
And unfortunately, no one's really touched the point, so we'll have to kind of see what all they're planning on doing. And there goes the D.Va, so they really do need to pull out and reset and get a hard reset with everyone on their team so they can push in and use their ultimates to the best of their ability. So I think that would be the end of that push. It looks like Suriv's running back, and then they're going to have a hard reset.
My
So
ultimate is ready.
it was definitely an interesting path that they took on their attack, but it did not unfortunately pay out. So I think with they need to do with their dive is to just kind of go straight in through statue because Mei'd in China's kind of holding back. And actually, it looks like they're gonna go meet them on the stairs now. So
Mei'd in China has a abundant of ult to work with.
Nano does come out. I think he can get any. It looks like with Thanks Obama using that whole hog to push them all back, so nothing really coming from either ult. But Bosch goes down, but Sumas also goes down. Oh, but huge tire from Cyclone picking up 2. So this looks like it's gonna have to be another reset. Death Comet can. Oh, she's gonna get staggered here, which is unfortunate. Yep.
I'm
So
feeling angry.
see if we can get one more push.
My ultimate
A
is
lot of
ready.
times I feel like on
Move up.
hybrid maps we get these insane last pushes in the last minute. So they still do have a chance to take this point. And they're going back up top again to see how this
30 seconds.
pays off this time.
Pull together. We can do this.
Cyclone up here just dumping damage into that top area, so it looks like they should probably try a different direction, but thanks up on getting dove, and we got the Primal Rage coming out by Bosch, pushing him off point.
Securing the point.
There's a High Noon coming out, and now Death Comet throws out the self-destruct that gets thanks Obama, so but he gets res, and it does look like Death Comet is ahead by 2 right now, and Cygnus goes down, and Delirium gets so, like I said, pretty much anything can happen on this assault. So we get attacked by they're coming out from Sura, taking out the Mercy, so basically a cleanup. So now we have Cyclone kind of poking in, but well, it looks like he's gonna back up with his team, so that looks like a take for this point for Team Resurgence. So that was one of those things. It's kind of like on the 2CP maps, you never quite know what's gonna happen, and even if you hold great for 3 minutes, the last minute can just,
Securing the payload.
everything can just go
So-
all wrong.
It's looking good for Resurgence ult-wise. They are closer to their ults than Mei'd in China. So next fight, if they can win this next fight with their ults and continue to snowball China, they could easily get the street phase.
That is definitely
My ultimate
a
is charging.
good chance for that to happen. And we only have Earthshatter for Jude Man. But oh, and they, nope. The healers were able to come in and save Bosch. And he was venting that on Death Comet. So got a nano boost coming out, and Jeffy just going ham on getting all those kills. So it looks like Team Resurgence will be able to take the streets phase unless Mei'd in China can come out and contest at the very last minute.
My ultimate almost
But
ready.
that kind of seems unlikely since they've got all 6 of them on the card. So that's point 2 for Team Resurgence.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Yeah, definitely was a good play by Jeppy there. But now Mei'd in China has built up their ults. Like I said, Resurgence, they use their ults really effectively because they just got them first, and then they easily took Streets phase there in one fight. Now it'll be a little bit more challenging. This last point, much harder.
Nano comes out, but Jude Man was able to get a shatter down onto, or not Nano, sorry, Attack Visor onto the ulting soldier to kind of mitigate the damage. So it looks like Mei'd in China is going to be able to hold
My
at
ultimate
this
is
point.
charging.
So Santa Slay not moving any further today, at least at this point. So that'll be a regroup for Team Resurgence, and they got a couple ultimates to work with. They've got the self-destruct and the Valkyrie coming up. And Joki's been building his Dragon Blade really quickly this round. Oh, self-destruct comes out, trying to initialize. And they are starting to move him back a little bit. They're gonna have to give him some ground. Dragon Blade comes out. But he is, oh, Cyclone picking up 3 of that Dragon Blade. 4, well, 3.5. I believe that was just a play of the game for Cyclone there. Quite a bit
Nano boost
of
is charging.
damage.
This looks like just the show of the Genjis right now.
Which is pretty unusual because
My ultimate is
Genji's kind of
charging.
been not as much, like hasn't been picked just quite as much. Mostly with
My
Moira
ultimate
because
is
she
ready.
counters him
My
a little
tactical
bit
visor
with
is
the
charging.
not able to deflect her. So
Nanoboost is ready to deploy.
So Resurgence looks like they got 4 ultimates, 5 ultimates, and there's one of those ultimates from Mei'd coming out by Bosch. The Nano coming out and Nano Blade and Attack Supervisor also coming out. So just all of their ults, and it was very well. Just gonna say it's a good thing they
My ultimate is charging.
cleaned up with that because they used pretty much every ult they had. So definitely.
The Genjis are just
Definitely
keep trying to
worth it.
one-up each other.
Yep, basically. Oh my god. Oh, we've got a self-destruct coming out. Not able to catch anyone though, but does clear him off the point. We're almost at the end of this map, so thanks along with taking out Sarah. Allison going down and thanks along with getting another with his ult. So pretty even. Oh, but Jebby gets hooked. Thanks along did a lot in that last push. Got Ana and Dragon Blade is coming out by Cyclone, which is just gonna
My ultimate
cement,
is charging.
cement the fact. Oh, Serve gets on with Tracer though. He might be able to contest
Valkyrie's,
enough.
Valkyrie's trying to fly in. Will he get there in time? Yes.
Oh, it will. Oh no. But the shatter comes out, and that looks like that's gonna be. Yeah, that's gonna be round 1. So it went from very beginning not be able to really push onto the point or any of that, so to them basically pushing it to point 3. So King's Row is being one of those maps where it's very balanced for either side, the defense or the attack. It just kind of depends on how you use your ultimates and how you kind of approach the situation. So we'll see how Made in China does on their attack, and it looks like they're actually gonna go with Moira as their healer, a Moira, Lucio, and a Hanzo. I'm wondering if it's a Hanzo or if it's a meme pick, as some of our other teams, I know our team likes to meme the casters, so see how this is going and if they're gonna stick with the Hanzo. They do have a Zarya, so the Zarya Hanzo combo with the dragon and the grab is a pretty strong combo. And Team Resurgence doesn't have a Zenyatta, so they really have no way to counter that combination. Which I wouldn't be surprised if I did see one of the healers on Team Resurgence switch to a Zenyatta.
Attackers incoming.
Surprised Cyclone won't keep his hot streak on Genji.
That is true.
But I do like Hanzo for attack on this one. I think it can be pretty good on this first point here.
Yeah.
If he does opt to go for it. But
Yeah.
guess
Most
we'll
people
see.
you do see playing as Widow on first point attack, which is why you see most teams hold where Team Resurgence has been holding.
4, 3,
So
attackers.
we'll see if he sticks on Hanzo, and he looks like he's going to. So, oh man, Jeffy takes out Moira like right away. So that's gonna stall out their push a little bit.
Move up here.
Well, now that Moira's coming back, Allison's coming back, they'll start their actual push.
Sorry to go low up there. I like the Zarya pick in King's Row. I think it can be really good.
Unfortunately, Cyclone dropped down there, and Allison wasn't able to keep him up. So that's definitely a good pick on the side of Jeffy to get rid of one of the DPS. But Made in China's on the point. Doesn't look like they're gonna really be able to do much with that though. So that looks like a successful hold for Team Resurgence.
Charging.
Jeffy's got his Dragon Blade coming up, so he's been able to do a really good job with all of his Dragon Blades on this map. So I'm looking for big things coming from him. Now we're gonna attack them through hotel. And Moira to listen, and a Nano Blade coming out from Jeffy. Yep, that's... And with Valkyrie coming out, bring back 2 there. It looks like it's a pretty even fight so far. Sura is up on high ground. Now he's gonna clean up with some tack visor to kind of give him... Oh, but he goes down to thanks the bomb. So, Crab coming out. This is very even. Oh, but the Diva Nuke comes out, so it's gonna have to back off and regroup with their team. But because of respawn speed, Mei'd and China should take advantage of this and push towards the point. Death Comet getting Emax and a huge shatter coming out from Bosch getting 3, so but he gets taken down himself. And Dragons come out from Cyclone, catching no one, but kind of zoning off the point. Serve is still up on high ground, seeing if he can kind of...
My ultimate is charging.
Unfortunately, that monkey can jump up there and get him, so that looks like that's going to be a take for
My ultimate ability
Team
is charging.
Mei'd in China. And we got... Oh my goodness, Dude Man, that's... All the little symbols are kind of messing me up, but Dude Man coming up and pushing, the rest of the team joining to push. Trying to create some space for the rest of the team. But Team Resurgence has been able to regroup, so they're not going to give them too much space on this street phase. They're going to have to earn it.
They're opting to stay on the Hanzo.
Which is an
Obama-
interesting choice.
Obama is getting close to ultimate, so maybe they're just potentially save it for the Wombo combo.
Moira Coalition is coming out, as well as Dragons. Delirium goes down, and we got Jeffy coming back with the Dragon Blade, and Geeky Girl resing too, so...
Nobody's pushing card right now from Mei'd in China.
That would be a Z9.
A lot of lost percentage they could have gained. There we go. It's always
Yep, there we go.
trusty Lucio. Oh, okay.
My ultimate is almost ready.
So they pushed pretty far up, but unfortunately the cart has not. So
My
you
ultimate
gotta
is
always
fully
make sure
charged.
you got at
Get
least
in
one
there.
of them. Yeah, Death Comet throwing in her self-destruct, and she catches Cyclone. So
My ultimate is
at this
almost
point,
ready.
Team Resurgence should be pushing in to try and clean up off the point. And Shatter comes in, catches 2 with the Nano coming in, so this should be a sweep. And it is for Team Resurgence. So they did a good job with the Nano and the Earth Shatter coming out, and they, well, those are the only ults they had available, but with just those 2 ults they could successfully do a team wipe. Now it looks like we've got a switch. Allison is off of the Moira and onto the Mercy. So we'll see. She was doing a lot of work as Mercy, so I'm wondering if she's not as confident with Moira yet, as she is a new character, or if they just decided that they needed the raw output healing that Mercy can
Healing
provide.
enough.
Fire at will.
Oh, I think so. Obama gets behind the Ryan and grabs the rest of the team, and the combo comes out with Cyclone and with the Dragons. So, serve.
Mei'd still has a lot of ultimates to work with coming into
My
the
ultimate
next
is
point,
charging.
while Resurgence is only coming close to their
My ultimate
Mercy
is
ulti.
charging.
Yep. So, granted, tries to just get her ult pretty quickly, and Jeppy's been building his ult pretty fast, so those are probably going to be the next 2 ultimates coming up for them. But Implicit does have his attack fighter, Dude Man does have Primal Rage, which is a great stalling tactic, and Cygnus has a beat drop for sustain. So we'll see how this kind of next engagement plays out. Bosch diving in without the support of his team really, so he goes down. And attack visor is coming out from Implicit, but Death Comet throws out the self-destruct, but Implicit picking up 3. So, but gets killed by the Diva Mech, so
My ultimate is
Pulse Bomb
ready.
taking out
Get in there,
Cyclone,
and
and
I
the
will
Dragon's
shoot you.
taking out 1 spawn door, so let's see if Resurgence can get on the point. It's only Thriv, and now we got Bosch coming out, and Nano, and Blade coming out, so see if they can use their ults wisely. These man trying to stall out on the point with his primal rage. But getting pretty not low. He's gonna have the support of his team. But unfortunately, Mei'd in China looks like they're gonna have to back up. Maybe? They did do C-Mac the Diva. So they should take advantage of this and push in. Oh, Cygnus going down, but Allison using her oh man, a big grab coming out with implicit, just throwing that damage down.
Halo ready to roll.
That kill feed is just all in favor of Mei'd in China.
So that would be map 2. Definitely a lot closer of a map than I thought it was going to after the first kind of attack from Team Resurgence.
Play of the game.
So we got Jeffy coming out with that play of the game as I predicted, just getting the Nano Blade. Even Zenyatta Transcendence can't save you from a Nano Blade, so yep. Alright, so that would be map 2. So let's send it back to lobby. And get the next one figured out.
I don't know. Made in
So-
China looks like they're pretty mechanically sound and they're using their ults pretty well. Not overusing ults too much. While Resurgence, on the other hand, not sure. Don't think they're doing them as well, and maybe they need to change up some team comps or something, or maybe some strats.
Alright, they once upon him were. It looks like the overlay over there says 8-0.
Does it? On the main?
I know, according to chat, that's what it looks like.
I'll have to check.
So
The
we'll
flipped
get
one?
that checked. Alright, so
That's
we're
a
gonna move
three.
on to Hanamura, and Cyclone is gonna do defense, or Cyclone, who is on Mei'd in China, is gonna do defense first. So as it stands, Mei'd in China is up 2 maps to 1 as we move into Hanamura. And let's check if the team's ready. And yeah, so far the last map was a very even fight. Like, King's Row is one of the most picked maps for the Assault Escort because everyone seems to enjoy it. And it looks like both teams, yeah, Allison's from Mei'd in China and Bosch is from Resurgent.
Looks like both teams ready.
Alright, both teams are ready. Ship, are you ready?
I am.
Alright, so we'll get here started on to Hanamura. So 2CP being everyone's most hated map, or at least most people's most hated map. I know it's not a favorite of mine, mostly because anything can happen with 2CP. You think you're holding strong for the longest time, and then all of a sudden they cap it in the last 30 seconds, even 10 seconds because of overtime. So we'll definitely see how this goes and see the different team comps that come out. I'm assuming from Team Resurgence we're going to see a dive comp come out, because that's kind of what we've been seeing. Oh, sorry, my cat just jumped on my table. Anyway, but looks like they have a semi-dive with Jeppy on the Junkrat, so we haven't seen him on the Junkrat, have we?
I don't think we've seen a Junkrat from Team Resurgence, so
Yeah, so it's kind of a half dive with the Diva and the Winston and the Mercy and Lucio, but we also have Surev on Soldier and Jeppy on the Junkrat, so we'll see how that attack goes. On Mei'd in China, we've got a Mei, so I'm guessing they're gonna do the whole wall off the Reinhardt, but unfortunately, Team Resurgence doesn't have a Reinhardt. A lot of them should be able to kind of go in and help whoever gets walled off. So we'll see how that plays off. Thanks Obama back on the Roadhog, Allison on the Mercy. We do have Cygnus on Moira. Between Moira and Mercy, they definitely have a good survivability component.
Attackers incoming.
They
Defend objective.
basically they're really hard to kill and pretty much unkillable, especially when Mercy's in her Valkyrie.
I mean,
Just
in China is
enough
technically,
that
I
they
guess, running
die.
a triple tank, so that's a lot of healing, keeping those big boys up.
Definitely true. Oh, Deathcom might get hooked, and they do the hook, but she flies off, but not before kind of getting brought down to really low.
My ultimate
So
is
unfortunate
charging.
they couldn't get the pick. We'll see how this goes.
They know the wall's down though, that they could go in right now.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, we got the
I
tanks
spoke too
coming in,
soon.
but Junkrat and Mercy getting over. So, Diva getting beat next and finally killed. So that was a very good job by the Mei in Cyclone and kind of cutting the tanks off from the rest of the team.
Hello.
So they'll have to dive is the way that you kind of get around the Mei. You just all need to dive in at the same time. So I think there was just a little miscommunication there
My ultimate is
between
charging.
Resurgence.
They could bait out the Mei wall with the Diva mech, which I thought they were going for originally, because she can just go through the choke and then as soon as the wall goes up, fly back over. And then they know wall is down and could push in.
So there we go. There's the bait out of the Mei wall. So now that the Mei wall's down, they should all be pushing in. This is what they're doing.
Mei does have a bunch of ults coming up though.
Goodman goes down, but Boschwana also goes down, and unfortunately, Geeky Girl goes down as Mercy, which is not what you want. And Jeffy picks up 2 with his tire though, so they're pretty even so far. And with respawns, Resurgence might be able to come back in and take it if they can get back in time and the 2 on point die.
My ultimate
Thanks Obama used his ultimate to kind of clear out the point, but
Let's attack the objective.
hopefully Resurgence, yep, they just push right back in, so they should be able to take this first point. Yep, it looks like Jude Man and Allison. Oh, no, Allison.
They hesitated for a bit.
But she's killed before she can use that second res, so if anything, this might just be yep, they capped the point,
Yeah.
and so basically they just fed ultimates there, so I don't. That was a good job by Team Resurgence. But Geeky Girl.
They're getting
reses.
staggered right now. Resurgence should go in.
Yep, and he can go and use that ultimate and kind of wreak havoc with everything. Coalescence comes out by Cygnus, but Tyre is coming out on the side of Jeffy, so let's see if he can pick up anyone.
Me out.
Zerif gets hooked up top and dies. But Jeffy finally picks up Complicit and Cygnus, so Team Resurgence is looking pretty good with the beat drop to kind of ensure that everyone kind of stays alive. Oh, but makes Obama get Jeffy, and he pulls out a whole hog, so they might be able to hold on to the point. Girl unfortunately gets taken out by Cyclone's attack visor as she's trying to res, so
My ultimate is
Mei'd in
charging.
China here has kind of stabilized, and they'll be able to set up their defense, and it looks like they're probably going to be going up top left. So we'll see how Team Resurgence kind of plans out their next attack. That push there was just basically trying to steamroll. They got point 1 and wanted to see how much they could get in point 2. So Resurgence is going to meet them up top,
The objective is
but
mine.
they're going to have Suriv on Tracer go down and see if they can split the team, which 4 of them did, so they were able to pick off 2 up top, and Dude Man and Cygnus, and Allison goes down, Cyclone goes down. Death Comet throws out the self-destruct, which clears off the point even more, and it's looking like Team Resurgence is kind of dominated kill feed. Cygnus goes down, Suriv takes Obama.
Jeppy's picked off 3 people this push already.
A huge
And
shout
now
out
he
to
has a
Dude
tire.
Man. But a tire and a pulse one comes out, Dude Man goes down, but the tire from Jeffy goes down as well. And Geeky Girl's gonna go down, Jeffy goes down, so it looks like Mei'd in China's gonna be able to stabilize. Just And they're staggering poor Death Comet. So she needs to, try and jump off the edge there so she can respawn with her team. So, unfortunately, Team Resurgence did not get the second tick. They're really close to it though, so they've at least got the first tick, and they can go back in. They aren't coming up on any ults besides maybe Valkyrie. They might get it. But Made in China does have 3 of their ultimates up, and it does look like my volume. You might need to turn my volume up a little bit.
I'll look at that after.
If you can. We'll look at that after this push, after this round actually. So Bosch had jumped up top, and now he's kind of rejoining his team. Death Comet and Delirium are down below. Dude Man takes up 2 with 1 fire strike, and Cyclone cleans up the rest of them. So basically this is going to be a dry push. There's not really any point to. Yep, there we go. So Dude Man and Cyclone both, and thanks to everyone kind of cleaning up.
Almost ready.
And they're set back up top left. So looks like Cyclone failed his rocket jump trying to get up to the right side, which is a really powerful spot for Widow on attack because not many people can fly up and contest you there. So Team Resurgence has 3 ults coming up with Surev, the Tracer. Oh, here we go. We got Jeppy with the Bastion.
My ultimate is almost ready.
The
So-
Bastion doesn't
Also
have a
here.
shield in front of him though to protect him because they opted to switch to
Yeah.
Zarya instead of a shield. So we'll have to see how this goes.
Wonder if it's just surprise Bastion, but it looks like Cyclone can probably see the surprise Bastion, so we'll see how surprised it really is. Pulse Bomb comes out, picks up Thanks Obama, so there's no way to really
I'll
hook
be watching
off
over you.
the Bastion,
I'm on the
so...
objective.
But he does res him and he goes down again, so Cygnus takes out Surev, which is unfortunate. Allison Valkyries, and they're able to pick up Thanks Obama again. Jeffy goes down, Delirium goes down as well. Death Comet uses her self-destruct on point, but Dude Man is able to block it for his team. We got a battle Mercy up in the sky for Allison, trying to give some air support to her team.
My ultimate is
So,
almost ready.
unfortunately, Surprise Bastion did not work out this push. He is 54% on the ultimate, so wonder if they're gonna do maybe a Zarya Bastion combination. Get everyone in that grab and just blow them all away, because unfortunately Made in China has no way to block the grab. Ryan can hold up a shield, but you can break that pretty easily, so... Implicit getting picked out by Jeffy, that's really not good for them. They
I'm on
needed
the objective.
full pitch, so Surev goes to point and Cyclone pulls out his attack visor to try and kind of help solve for his team, but unfortunately only picking up Delirium. Ashwana gets res and Delirium gets res as well, so Dude Man going down and Jeffy gets taken down. Hey, High Noon comes out and doesn't pick up anyone. Implicit kills, and Thanks Obama does take out Zarya, and their Bastion is down. So 2 that have Dude Man comes out, a Earth Shatter there, and Death Comet is getting DMAX, and they clean out. So they did get 2 ticks, just over 2 ticks. So Made in China is gonna have to pretty much cap 0.2 in order to take this match.
Let me know if I adjusted the sound, so let me know, chat, if that's
so-
good.
Yes, so you increase my volume. Thanks for letting us know. This is our first stream together for the Goldwatch stream, so we're kind of learning as we go. And I'm going to take this downtime and kind of say, if you haven't heard of us, we are Goldwatch. It's a community kind of trying to help players in lower competitive ranks. Originally started out in gold. Now we do everything from bronze to diamonds. We have this tournament that we run, and we run scrims multiple times a week, and we offer coaching. So we've got some masters and grandmasters in our server who are more than willing to help review VODs, do coaching opportunities, so one-on-one coaching, and answer questions. So it's just a fun place to get better at the game and really have no judgment from us. I know I've definitely improved since being in this server. So we have the Discord link below the stream. Definitely come check us out. Yeah. So we just Team Resurgence. Broccoli with the toxic mods for sure. So we've got Team Resurgence with their defense. So they got 73.7%. So basically, if I remember correctly, Mei'd in China is pretty much going to have to get all the way capped, or pretty close to capped. I believe I hear a Bastion singing some Jingle Bells. So they have a Rissa and Rhine.
So they're actually putting the shield in front of Bastion this time, and
yes, they have some shields. I think that's kind of what maybe would have helped in the last round. So
triple tank coming out from Mei'd in China here. It's rushing straight to point.
I'm taking the point.
Dude Man going down to serve. And close to trying on the Sombra, trying to take out the Bastion, but Jeffy takes him down, and Bashwana goes down Cyclone. Death Summit is on point trying to hold off, but it doesn't look like anyone's really going to get on point. Mercy is able to res Bosch, which I think they kind of forgot about her, so they do have the chance to kind of push them off of point. They are contesting and they haven't gotten any percentages, so
Party on the objective.
Cyclone goes off, but we do have Cygnus. Cygnus boots 2 of them. 3 and gets 3 kills, so Cygnus is the carry on this point. And he picks up Anna, so
My
we got a
ultimate is
Lucio,
charging.
man. And he's
dancing, he's
on the
happy.
plate. So I did not think that was gonna go that way. It definitely seemed like Team Resurgence was stabilizing, so
I like to see where they're. Oh, okay, so right side is like really gonna try to farm pack, and I'm guessing that's why they picked the triple tank is to build up to the Sombra EMP, and just try to get one clean wipe with that.
Resurgence has a couple ults coming out. Diva gets hooked away, but she should be able to fly back up once her cooldown is done. Bashwana gets taken out, which is unfortunate. We have Attack Visor and Bastion ult, but Cyclone pulls out that whole hog and is pushing everyone off the edge. And EMP comes out catching 1. Ashwana gets 2 in that shatter, so he might be able to buy enough time for his team to get back into point, and he's getting healed back up. So Dude Man finds himself alone, and Moira pops Coalescence, which is a bit of a wasted ult because unfortunately Ryan was by himself.
At the start of that fight, it did look like Mei'd in China was deflecting most anything that Resurgence was throwing at them. So, but yeah, that shatter I think really turned that around.
Protect the objective.
For sure, and definitely with 2 CP. Oh, we have Death Comet jumping off. I'm assuming to get her mech back. I don't know if
I think
that
it may have been too late for her to do that.
Yeah, might have been easier if she had there's grab coming out, catching. Oh, now 2, but Diva Defense Matrix is able to save most of her team. So Allison going down is Moira, and looks like Diva's now back, able to kind of help her team out. Cyclone pulls out the whole hog to try and push people off the point. They get Death Comet. Ryan now contesting on point. He's hacked, so he is unfortunately not able to use that Earth Shatter that he has. And now he is down.
My ultimate is ready.
But Geeky Girl reses. So they're able to turn that tide of that fight. That Valkyrie was well timed by Geeky Girl to keep her team up, and they were able to save most of their ultimates. Surion's coming up on a pulse bomb, and Jeppy's gonna probably have Death Blossom by the next fight. So it's looking pretty much going to be a, I would say, 5 versus 2 ultimate fight. So Mei'd in China is gonna really have to use implicit EMP really well in order for it to really make a difference. Pulsarm comes out and picks up Cygnus, so that's really gonna stagger their push. Let's see if they try and go in. And Cyclone has switched to a Reaper of his own, so interesting choice. I don't know if he saw the other team's Reaper and decided to switch, or if that was just a blind pick in general.
So Sombra has their EMP. I think they might. I'm not sure what they could really combo with this, other than maybe a Rhinehammer. Unless they're just trying to build ults right now and dry pushing.
Oh, there's the EMP picking up 2. So Death Comet's not able to use that pulse. And they're gonna see if they can pick her off, and they do. Jeppy's also taken out by a charge. Rhine Shatter comes out, but it doesn't pick up anyone. Oh, it looks like Girl's trying to res, but did not get it off in time. Cyclone is doing some work, kind of clearing off the point. Jeppy uses his Death Blossom and only picks up Cygnus, and Dude Man's able to take out Jeppy. But it looks like Team Resurgence is coming back with a respawn, so that Cyclone's gonna have to back off, but he is gonna get picked off by Syrup. So
Every push it looks like Mei'd China is gonna do it, but then a couple ults and a couple kills come through for Team Resurgence, and everything just flips.
And Death Comet has jumped off the map again to try and get her mech back. It might be easier for her if she just goes back into spawn. She can change heroes and then change back, since she's dying anyway. She might want to, well, she's not counting towards her ultimate, so it might be easier to just run back real quick and then change. Looks like Mei'd China's gonna go in the mid attack instead of up top. Let's see how it goes. Sura's been slept in the back though by Cygnus.
Grab coming out. Not too much follow up.
But yeah,
There it is.
Cyclone taking out 2. So if Bosch can kind of, oh, but he picks up Cygnus. So and Geeky Girl coming with Valk bringing back her team. And so it's a 3v4? 3?
My ultimate is
And the respawn should be coming back in, so Allison goes down to Geeky Girl, so Mercy v Mercy fight, and thinks Obama just trying to ends up killing Death Comet, but
It's really
also
important.
kills herself.
It's really important to try to kill Mercy as fast as possible. Most of these, most of the fights we've been seeing, Mercy hasn't been dying first, so that's why most of these fights have been flipped right around.
Nanobooth is ready. Get in there, and I'll
So Team Resurgence has probably Shatter coming up and a Pulse Bomb as well as Nano Boost, so I'm gonna assume probably Nano onto Rhine for defense. And we've got a same on the Pulse Bomb by Syrup takes out 3. That I think is probably gonna be the end of this push for them. They're gonna have to back out. They got picked early. That was a great Pulse Bomb. Syrup is taken out by Dude Man, but
They're almost out of time. We'll stop them.
that was a huge Pulse Bomb. Oh, that's unfortunate. Bosch goes down late too, so
My ultimate
if
is almost
Mei'd in China can push back in with their respawns, they might be able to take advantage of the staggers. Death Comet tries to delay with a self-destruct, but Allison pulls out her Valkyrie. A red Shatter coming out, and a Nano, but a Grab, and Cyclone is also Death Blossoming with Attack Visor from Implicit. Jeffy is pulling out his Death Blossom. He dies. Allison reses Dude Man. And that is point for Mei'd in China. So again, another very close match between the two. Mei'd in China was finally able to push and get the percentage that they needed. Oh, here we go. I must have missed this. I didn't see it until it came up in the kill feed, but oh man, picking up 4. And he does kill that on. I do remember that. Alright, so let's take this back to...
Sriv was doing a lot of work on that side, but I'm surprised that Mei'd in China didn't realize that earlier, because he was kind of only just sitting up top on those rafters there the entire time. So I'm surprised it kind of took him that long for them to finally take care of the Tracer and finally like move in with their alts and kill the Mercies. I'm not sure if the Mercy died first there actually, but landed a grab and then the other kills just came through.
So it looks like we're gonna have Transpo Lord. Oh, and they pick Route 66. Perfect. I was just about to ask. Transpo Lord is going to be subbing in for Bosch. Bosch, and I have no idea. I've been trying. I'm just gonna keep calling him Bosch. Yep, and I will set him to sec. It looks like we are asking for 1 minute bio pause, so we're gonna take the chance to kind of pause and get some water and restroom break. So,
And I'll try to figure out how to flip the scores, because now they're both upside down. I don't understand why.
how did you manage?
We will be right back. We are back. I'm just gonna try to fix these scores one more time.
See if we can get the scores correct instead of I haven't looked at the stream to see how what they're looking like so far. So
Shit.
these have been pretty close games so far. Both 2CP and the Assault Escort maps coming down basically to the wire. So this will be our last map for the evening. We've done the 2CP, we've done the hybrid, and we've also done control points. This is our last mode, the escort, where they have to take the payload all the way to the end. And we've got these 3 phases. Most teams will hold on defense. Up on Big Earl's gas station? I think it's a gas station. Service station. So, kind of gas station. Anyway, we'll hold up top and then drop down once the payload gets a lot closer. And it looks down for Resurgence. I'm gonna have to switch my brain. Resurgence has been red all evening, so let's see how this goes. Resurgence is, which it might have to change that on the overlay, if it's not already.
It won't let me move that, so it's all over. Anyways.
Anyway, so Resurgence is blue and Made in China is red. So, Resurgence looks like they're gonna go with a half dive, with the Diva and the Roadhog, with the Genji, and Jeppy has been doing a really good job on Genji. And Mei, we have a Pharah Mercy coming out with a Moira, so Death Ball with rockets raining from above. We have Thanks Obama kind of pushing up, seeing if he can get a cheeky hook, which Transpo Lord goes down on the defending team, so we'll see if the attacking take advantage of that. They unfortunately have not dropped down. Now it looks like Death Comet is going to drop down on point, but no one's really going to follow. She's probably going to get picked off here. No one's really contesting the point at all. And Cyclone takes out 2 to kind of finish off this point with his rocket barrage. He killed that up really quick.
I believe he is a Pharah main, so they should be careful, Team Resurgence. And they don't have a shield either, so it will definitely be difficult.
Yeah, Pharah is definitely very dominant. And Suruv takes down Cyclone, so Jeppy coming out with a High Noon. No, that was Jeppy. Anyway, High Noon doesn't get anyone. Death Comet goes down. The defending team is at a disadvantage, and Transpo Lord gets hooked. So,
Implicit just shut down Suruv right there. Shut down his ultimate.
Geeky Girl is able to res Transpo Lord, but is picked off in the process. Allison brings back up Implicit, but Delirium goes down to Cyclone. So it looks like it's gonna go in favor of Made in China. And they're pushing the payload. Last payload map, they forgot it for a little bit, so they're making sure somebody's on it. Death Comet running in, trying to get herself killed off so she can regroup with her team. And that's point 2 for Made in China.
Plus, it's been killing it on the McCree so far. He's been pretty accurate.
And Made in China here has 5 ultimates, and Cyclone's very close to another rocket barrage, so I'm expecting quite a bit coming out of them on this point.
They do a good job of dealing right with Cyclone instantly.
We have a High Noon coming up from Implicit. Doesn't pick up anything, and Implicit and both Cyclone have been taken out, so both the DPS gone. Death Comet throws in her self-destruct to try and pick off another one, but doesn't pick up anyone, and Jeppy takes out Thanks Obama. So we've got the attack kind of stalled out a little bit. They're trying to wait for their DPS to respawn and get a full group going in, but they're still all the way in, so they really should be backing up and waiting for their 6th person. And Attack Measure comes out from Suruv. He gets stunned, but he's still... And we have a Battle Mercy coming out. I'm an Ana player myself, so I know the feels when you hit the wrong person. And a huge shatter coming out from Dude Man, but he only killed one. Rocket Barrage from Cyclone comes out, but he unfortunately blows himself up. So if they can take advantage of this, it looks like Resurgence is going to get quite a bit of distance on this payload.
Doomfist coming out. Cyclone just busting out all the heroes, showing us his hero pool.
Coalescence comes in from Cygnus, and Implicit comes out with a High Noon that doesn't pick up anyone, but Dude Man picks up 2. And Allison pops the Valkyrie to try and stabilize her lead. Jeppy has switched over to the Mei, and so basically the defense at this point needs to turn into stall characters. So it looks like Delirium on Lucio, they have a Mei. Oh, Bliss's gets taken out by a rogue charge, so... But Transport Lord is by himself. See how long he can 5 Seraph comes in on Tracer, and looks like they've got did enough to stall for his team. Geeky Girl pops the Valkyrie to make sure her team stays alive.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Shatter comes out but doesn't pick up anyone, and there's no one to really kill off. Cyclone uses that seismic slam, is that what that's called? I honestly don't remember the name of
Meteor
his
Strike.
ultimate. Meteor Strike, that's what it is, sorry. Seismic slam is the other one of their abilities. But it doesn't pick up any of them.
Resurgence being pretty stingy with their last second holds. They don't give it up easy.
Implicit comes out with another high noon. He hasn't been able to pick up it very many with the third gets picked off by Diva eats that grab, and that's huge with Transport Lord using his shatter and picking up 3. Fortunately no one goes down by it, but it was able to kind of stall out the team. Sunbury is coming out, and that self-destruct is coming out. It picks up Allison, which is huge.
That's unfortunate.
Anytime Allison dies in a fight,
She popped ultimate as well, just as
so
the
she
Diva
lost.
bomb came out, and she tried to hide.
So with that, Cygnus is unfortunately behind enemy lines right now. I don't know if anyone realizes. Oh, well now they're gonna realize.
Oh, I don't know.
it's there.
He's gonna stagger pretty hard here. Oh, no, he
She
gets
should
out.
be able to get out. Unless
They're
Seraph
hunting
picks
him down right now.
Pretty lucky to buy a Cygnus, but because of the new changes, yeah, Mercy loses her ult as soon as she hit Q. It's
5v6.
Doofus in the backline trying to take out one of the supports, and does take out Geeky Girl on Mercy. So Jeffy using his whole hogs to kind of force this into a corner, and the kills are coming out on the side of Mei'd in China. Cyclone gets hooked and killed, so Jeffy doing a lot to help his team on point, and Geeky Girl reses too. So that Valkyrie is huge. Because at that point, Mei'd in China still kind of had the advantage,
My ultimate is charging.
but they're able to hold off for another push. So, 1 minute left. Let's see what they can do.
My ultimate is charging.
Oh, huge shatter picks up 4 by doing it. Unfortunately, no follow-up. Cygnus takes that serve in the back, but a Soundberry comes down. Coalescence comes out by Cygnus.
Block
Chancellor
shatter.
unfortunately gets his shatter blocked. Yep, and Grab comes out and picks up 4 in them. And there's the combo. Cyclone comboing with that grab. There's not much you can do when you're trapped in a
Winners stay on the payload.
and a grab. And Implicit using Deadeye kind of more as a zoning ult, trying to get that tracer. They're gonna see if they can come out and contest again. But it doesn't look like it with Ryan body blocking. That's round 1.
Mei'd in China really they like their plans are really nice. They know what they're gonna combo, when they're gonna combo, and it looks like mostly has just been going in. They did lose back-to-back fights, but they built up their ultimates and were able to just get a nice clean clean team kill, and then just push spawn doors basically, and not let them team Resurgence come out. So that was really good by Mei'd China there.
That is definitely true. I have noticed though, but Team Resurgence does a good job at the kind of scramble fights that happen when some ultimates drop down. They do a pretty good job in responding with their own ultimates. One thing I know, it's always better to kind of start out with your ultimates and be on the attack instead of having to use them always as a defense. But it's been pretty even so far. They capped it with 3.3 seconds left. So if Team Resurgence can cap faster, they'll have more time on the second attempt. So
Incoming in 30 seconds.
is that actual Symmetra I'm seeing, or is that a mess with the casters.
With every death,
I think it might be a troll tech.
honor. Honor.
So Delirium on Symmetra, I don't know. Looks like they got a dance party with some turrets going on, so.
The ritual before.
Yep, Jeffy coming out on Surprise Bastion, so we might be looking at a pirate ship. There we go. Nope, just kidding. That's another bait, so.
I'm looking at both these Pharahs. Pharah on defense, Pharah on attack.
So we got some Pharah Mercy combos.
Enemy seen. Damage amplified.
So basically, dive coming out from the attacking team right now. And Deathball kind of hanging up on that big girl's gas station. Death Comet's gonna get out of her mech though. But they're still not contesting the point, so Seraph goes down, Hero goes down, Death Comet is down, so that looks like that's gonna be the end of the attack for hopefully Delirium can get out alive and not die and stagger.
I'm not sure why they opt for the Bastion now when they can't set it up on the cart, but unless they just jump straight onto cart from up top, which maybe is what they might be doing.
We do have Seraph switching over to Soldier to try and deal with Pharah.
It does have a barrage up, so he might be looking for an opening here. Diva gets debanked, that's good for him.
Might not be good for the. Yeah, looks like she's got a. No, Seraph saves his team basically. Looks like she was gonna try and drop down and get a barrage. Transport Lord takes out Thanks Obama, so Dude Man contesting the cart on the edge of and Big Girl's there, so Jeffy getting nano boosted to kind of try and. There we go. We got the pirate ship working. So.
Looks like they're gonna hide and try to regroup and potentially take this fight before it hits the doors. Wouldn't make much. Oh no, they're gonna fight them right here. I think it would have been better if they would have pushed through.
Hog is slept, so there's potential for Hog to get kind of melted once these doors open. Nope, unfortunately he couldn't see him. So Hog is out and
he's looking to drop down from death from above here. Or was trying to anyways. But it looks like they spotted him now.
Thanks Obama pulling up the whole Hog to try and push them all off cart and back behind the doors. Or into the doors more like. Gets Death Comet's mech, but that's about it. It's a pretty good zoning ult and they take down Death Comet. So this is probably gonna have to be a dry push. Or they're just gonna have to regroup. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna regroup and wait for Death Comet to come back.
They have almost all their ults on Team Resurgence, so we'll see if they can make something happen here.
Alright, so looks like they're gonna go left side into this little tunnel. Cyclone coming out and picking up 2.5. The Hika Girl's gonna use her Valkyrie, but unfortunately the rest of her team was already dead, so a little bit of a waste ult there, and a great job by Cyclone.
Good sleep, nice direction of the charge.
So if they're all back, so they really need to basically push in and get that payload pushed as far as they can while they're without the Roadhog.
The problem with going that right side on attack is that no one was pushing cart, so...
Now Jeffy set up on cart, and they've taken out... Oh, Allison was able to res Cygnus there. So... Death Comet's gonna try and give himself some room. We have Cyclone over on the Genji now instead of the Pharah. Oh, we have Dude Man coming in from behind. Shatter and behind him combo is gonna basically kill the push. So Seraph's gonna do some poke damage. No, not getting away. So that's a full team wipe. So That was a great job by Doomman to jump up and behind the Rhine and the Bastion and get a shatter off, and basically so then they didn't have any shield to protect from Implicit's high noon, so that was definitely a good combination.
We'll see if Jeppy here can do some work with his tank configurations. He's been holding on to it for a while.
There we go. That's a shatter coming out from Transform Lord, but I think this has a Transcendence. Jeppy bringing out the tank mode, picking up Implicit, but not much else. Delirium goes down to Cyclone, and Jeppy goes down as well. Dragonblade coming out from Cyclone is picking up Mercy. Ultra Shark on point, but Death Comet is taken out by Cyclone before she can get back into her match. So
They're still on the Bastion. They're still attempting this.
Transformed and Delirium are getting. It was definitely a questionable ult there. They were staggered, so see if they can get all together.
Nano boost is charging.
Geeky Girl's got her. Oh, that's why he used it. He wanted to switch off to. There we go. Jeppy's going to the Genji. Serv's going to the Soldier. So they're kind of rejiggering their DPS heroes. Dude, man, looking like he's gonna try and get a sneaky something there. Thanks, Obama pulls out the. Oh, all of the zoning outs coming out with the whole hog and the high noon. So, Death Comet can try and hold out for as long as possible, but Dragonblade is out by Cyclone. Finish it off with Cygnus and Dude Man also throwing out their ults.
And that will do it for this one.
Unfortunately, they weren't able to push it, so that is game for Made in China.
I will watch
So,
over you.
Cyclone coming in with the Meteor Strike and the grab. Definitely an interesting pick. I don't think I've seen a Doomfist in the tournament so far. But it was definitely a good job comboing the ults. So we'll go back to the lobby. So that would be it for Made in China versus Team Resurgence. Made in China goes 4-0, but the games were really close. All of the games, it was down to the wire, basically. Good job by both teams. As a closing statement, I want to say thank you for watching. I'm Tater Tot, and my co-host has been Anal Ship. If you'd like to join the Goldwatch Discord, we're kind of aimed at teaching players from bronze all the way up to diamond, helping them getting better at the game. We've got some masters and grandmasters, or coaches who are willing to take you on for one-on-one coaching, for team coaching, VOD reviews. It's just generally a great place to be, and a lot of fun and learning, and so a lot of fun. And it looks like a scoreboard. We'll hopefully get that fixed for next time.
The highlight of the stream was definitely me trying to figure out the scoreboard and why it won't let me select the stupid scores. Anyways,
but so well, thanks for watching. If you do feel generous, we could definitely use some donations. Our PayPal link is below. None of the money goes to us. It all goes to future tournaments and future building of the community. We'd love to have you around. We're a lot of fun. We love doing scrims and all of that stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord, ask the questions. One of our great mods or staff members will definitely love to help you out. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time we cast a match in Goldwatch Community Games.